Hi, I'm Aaron and I'm a photographer living in Glasgow and also do art direction as well. I've got like quite a close team that I work with. I've got a few makeup artists that I work with regularly and a hairstylist, and I work with the same models quite a lot because I feel like it's important to have that openness and that comfortability as well. With shoots I'm very like improv. I don't really, well I do plan them but things never quite go to plan, so I always really throw things together last minute. But I think on shoots as well I get really stressed out, so I don't really necessarily enjoy the shooting process, but I love to edit, so I spend hours in Photoshop because that's something I can just do by myself and just chill out. So the image off the camera to the final image often looks quite different because there's a lot of manipulation there. And also I like things to look quite overly manufactured. Although I do airbrush, like I don't airbrush to make people look perfect, I airbrush in a way that makes things look more surreal and more vibrant.
Multiple school shootings across the country.
With news of a school shooting in South Florida. This took place in Parkland, Florida.
Where you are now?
So just now I'm doing a course which is called Photography Mastered, and it's 200 photographers get picked per year to try and escalate their career. So the shoot that I'm doing just now is based on a brief that they've set about power. So I was doing it on gun control in America because that's quite current just now, and there's a lot of protests at the moment trying to change the laws around buying guns. And also there's been lots of shootings, and obviously with President Trump coming into power it's a really bad place to be just now. And the reason I chose to do that is because I always had a fascination with America and American culture. When I was younger I kind of had this, well, a different vision of America, the kind of vision that you see in films, and it's all like candy and land of dreams. And as I got older I started to get a bit of a different perception of it, and I've looked more into the sort of politics in America. So I've chose to do a series of 8 images, all with different sort of sub-concepts with gun control, so incorporating things like racism, the fact that you can buy a gun with your groceries in a store, school shootings, how nonchalant people are, their whole attitude towards the whole thing. You know, if somebody got shot in the street, you'd most likely see people taking pictures on their iPhones instead of phoning the police. So being quite a sensitive person, it does affect me. Like I get quite emotional about the state of the world and don't really understand it, can't quite grasp the concept of violence and why people need to be violent towards each other, and why guns are allowed to be sold considering they have the power to take a life with one simple click. We're going to shoot one of the concepts tonight, which is essentially about religion, and how religion, you know, especially Christianity, is something that's used to control people, you know, especially with things like war, for example, or even the police having guns. Like, they always try and use the excuse that there's good and bad, you know, like the devil and God sort of thing, and it seems to be okay to take someone's life if it's for the good. But, you know, violence is never a good thing, so